Well, for December, I started out with Harry Potter, the last book in the Harry Potter series. Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows by J.K. Rowling. Wow! Wow is all I can say about this book. What a great ending to a fantastic series. I loved it. I loved every book in the series. I'm so glad I read it. It made me cry. I felt so many different emotions in this. Anger, fear. It was just touching. Then we have Twice Blessed by Barbara Cameron. It says it's two Christmas stories. It wasn't the only Christmas about it was that it was at Christmas time. It's actually about two sets of twins. There's two novellas. One is the twin girls, one is twin men, and they're all 23 years old. The girls' story is they just are hoping to get married, and voila, it happens. Uh, I guess it shows a little bit of a special connection between twins, and it is a clean romance, of course, and just a happy little story. I guess the point was the twins are twins, but they're not even identical twins. They're still two separate people. So that kind of was the theme of it. Then with the men, the theme was more uh, jealousy, because they were both in love with the same woman. And again, they had that kind of a special connection between twins. So it was all right. It was okay. Nothing exciting, not much action, but it was, and this was a modern time Amish thing too. They had cell phones. They used battery powered lamps. Um, they didn't drive their own cars. They didn't have their own cars, but they did hire cars often to go traveling. So it's okay. Here I am for December. We have The Christmas List by Richard Paul Evans. This is a thought-provoking book. It's about a real estate mogul, and the whole story is kind of a modern-day Scrooge-type story where he looks back on his life and he doesn't like how he's lived it, and he wants to make changes to it. And so it's good, and I enjoyed it. And it's a fast read. It's quick and short, but it's worth reading, and I liked it. Gave it 4 stars. This one, The Nightingale by Kristen Hanna, is awesome. This one's so much better. I love this book. It's historical fiction about World War II in France when the Nazis took over. And it's about 2 sisters who lived in France at the time. Their relationship, how it grew and developed along the book. And the one sister is kind of telling the story, and you don't really know which one for sure until the end. So that was kind of interesting. And a little twist with it. There's romance in it. There's a lot of action. And it's very heart-wrenching. I cried a couple times in this one. It's very, very good. I could hardly put it down, and I always look forward to getting back to it. I highly recommend it. I gave it 5 stars. Wrapping up 2015, this is the shirt I got for Christmas. Books and Cats, Life is Good. I love it. And Corrupted by Lisa Skyline. It's about a lawyer who takes on a case of a 12-year-old kid who got thrown into juvie just because he was fighting. And it wasn't even like, it was this no tolerance thing in Pennsylvania that they have. And so any fighting, they automatically are thrown into juvie for he was there 3 months. And it followed him along and shows how it affected him and what happened is in middle school, and this kid was antagonizing him, saying bad things about his mom who had died, and so he pushed him, and that was it, and off he goes. Then it jumps like, I think it was 13 years later, and he's charged with murder, and the victim was that kid that he was in the fight with back in middle school. The lawyer takes his case, and it's really good because it goes into her feelings about it, and her passion, and about how justice isn't really served. And the trial, it went into why she did things, and then there's a little romance in there too, because she's attracted to the victim's uncle. And so that's another kind of side storyline. It is very good. I give it 4 stars. Then Need is the one that I finished with, by Joel Chobonneau, the author of the Testing series. And this was a contemporary YA novel, fiction, with the website Need. And it's for only this one high school in Wisconsin, and all the kids pretty much are on it. Okay, and then the idea is that they say they need, and they get a task to complete, and then when they complete it, they post a picture showing that they completed the task, and then they get their need fulfilled. So it's a kind of neat twist. It's kind of a creepy book. When kids start dying, you wonder, whoa, who's behind this and what's going on? And so it's really good. I gave it 4 stars, and my husband liked it too. And wouldn't you know, I'm wearing a shirt. Well, that's when my cats don't come around. So here's the kitties. There's Manny boy. Hey, Manny. There you go. Say hi. Happy New Year. Yeah, Happy New Year. And there's Spunky Doodle. She's by the heater, laying nice. There she is. Hi, Spunky. And of course, my dog is here too. Abby has to come around whenever I'm with the cat. She doesn't want to be left out, do you, Abs? Of course not. There you go, Abby. You're a wonderful doggy. So, Happy New Year.